Welcome to MRU E-Learning, powered by Malla Reddy University. Myself, Dr. Deepthi, Department of Agricultural Economics from Malla Reddy University. So today we are covering the topic of Introduction to Economics and Demand Analysis. So today we will cover all the topics with respect to economics and branches of economics with definition of demand and what are the determinants which are affecting the demand, and what is law of demand, what are the exceptions of law of demand, what is elasticity of demand, and how the price, what are different types of elasticity of demand like price, income, and cross elasticity of demand. So today we'll understand what is economics. At first, the branch of economics deals with three concepts. One is production, consumption, and transfer of wealth. So have you ever wondered economics always why people want more money, more clothes, more gadgets, or more comforts? But you can't have everything whatever they have desired. So because you have limited resources, the reason of you are having you want everything, the reason why you can't have everything because of limited resources. The other reason is because the human wants are unlimited. Other reason is resources are limited. So the major factors why they are facing emergence of economic problem is because they are having unlimited wants. Other one is scarcity of available resources. So the science of economics centers with want, effort, and satisfaction. Whenever you want to purchase a car, okay, so you have a desire to purchase a car. So then when you want to purchase that car, you put an effort. You put one efforts, like you work for it, you earn some money, and you purchase that car. When you purchase that car, you get satisfaction from that. So economics deals with the center of want, efforts, and satisfaction. Then comes the agricultural economics. So as we all know, agriculture is the backbone of our economy. So, but farmers, how can farmers decide what to grow, how much to grow, and when to sell in the market? That's what agricultural economics help us to understand. So this branch of economics help how that farmers, how the agri-business, how the governments can take decisions with respect to how much they can produce, how much they can distribute, how much they can consume the agricultural goods efficiently. So here the most important point is efficiently. How efficiently they are using the resources. Okay, so how they are using the scarce resources efficiently so that they are having maximum profit. So example, if the farmer have a barren land, you just think if the farmer have a barren land and he have very limited resources like land or money. So how can he utilize limited resources for getting maximum profit from the limited resources? That is the main aim of agricultural economics. Then there are different branches of economics. One is microeconomics, other one is macroeconomics. In case of microeconomics, you will study with respect to the individual behavior, individual producer or individual consumer. With respect to macroeconomics, you will consider the behavior of the aggregate of whole economy. So example, in case of household, government, or external sectors when we consider here. So in this case of microeconomics, we are considering about individual demand or individual supply, and this will help in regulating the prices of the commodity. Okay, or it may also affect on individual market decisions. But in case of macroeconomics, you will consider the market demand, you will consider the market supply, you will consider the studies which are related to the decisions with respect to government and RBIs. So in case of demand comes under microeconomics, which we are going to study in detail. So demand, what is demand? Demand to purchase any good. You have a desire to purchase a bike. So this is your demand. So are you willing to pay for this? Are you having money for purchasing this bike or not? So demand, whether you have one want, which creates a demand. Okay, so when you have a demand means how much quantity of goods which can be purchased at a particular unit of time at different prices. Okay, so example, if the price of apple is 100 rupees, so you will buy 1 kg of apple. Okay, so if the price of apple is 20 rupees, okay, you'll buy 6 kg of apples. Okay, so that means as the price is decreasing, the quantity is increasing. As the price is decreasing, as the price of apple is 20 rupees, the quantity of apple you are purchasing is more. That means 6 kg you are able to purchase. So there are some characteristics of demand. One is ability and willingness to pay. So when you are having a demand for purchasing any commodity, you should able to pay for that commodity. You should not only have willingness to purchase that commodity, you should able to have that amount of money to purchase the commodity. So demand is always at a price. So whenever you are purchasing a commodity, it always have price of that commodity is very important. According to the price, you can decide how much quantity you can purchase. So that is the next point. What is the other is demand is always per unit of time. As unit of time. Per day, quantity of milk consumed is 1 liter of milk. So per month, it is 30 liter of milk which is consumed. So as week, month, year, you calculate how much demand of the commodity you are required for that particular product. So next you have what are the factors which are affecting the demand. So there are different factors which will affect the demand. So as there may be a price, if there is increase in price, a demand may decrease. There may be price, other factor may be income. So price is affecting the product. How it is affecting the product? When the price is decreasing, demand increases. When you have 10 rupees of that commodity, you will buy 100 kg. Okay, of onions. So if it is 20 rupees, if it is for 50 rupees, okay, you'll buy only 2 kgs of onions. So as price is increasing, the quantity is decreased. Okay, so here as price is increasing, the quantity demand also decreases. So here you can see the example here. As rice price is increasing, from 40 to 60. Okay, so as consumer, he'll think whether he can reduce the consumption of rice and he'll shift to consumption of wheat. That is the example when we consider about price of the good which is affecting the demand. As price is increasing, demand is decreasing for that commodity. The next one is price of related good. How the price of related good is affecting the demand. The first one is substitute. Substitute is nothing but how goods that can replace each other. Like price of coffee increases, people will shift to tea. So coffee price increases means you'll shift to tea because the prices of tea is less. So that is the reason that tea demand is increasing. Demand for tea is increasing because of the substitute. The next is with respect to complementary goods. So goods that are used together. If the price of sugar rises, the demand for tea falls. Why it is the reason for complementary goods? Because both are used together. Sugar and tea. If tea prices increases, the demand for tea is decreasing because they both are used together. That may be the reason for this. Okay. The next reason is what are the factors which are affecting the demand is, other one is income. Income of the consumer. If your income is 10,000, you'll purchase one mobile. Okay. Or you'll purchase a mobile. Okay. If your income is 1 lakh, you will purchase a iPhone which is required for you. Okay. As income of the consumer is more, the quantity demanded of that good will also be more. Okay. If you have more income, you will consume more quantity of commodity. So as farmer's income is increasing, he'll use better quality seeds. Okay. So then you have with respect to taste and preferences. So consumer choices are depending upon the health, habits, culture and trends. So our consumer behavior is different. Taste and preference are always changing. So as consumer is more aware to health conscious, they'll buy more of organic fruits or vegetables. Because of that, there is an increase in demand in organic fruits and vegetables. As prices are high of organic fruits and vegetables, then also consumers are ready to buy the fruits and vegetables from the market. That is one reason. The next one is expectations about future prices and income. So future expecting that the consumer expect that prices will rise in the future. So that is the reason they'll buy now and they'll store for future purpose. Example, like onion. Okay. So if you think about onion, so if the consumer think that onion prices are increasing in the next coming season, so he'll buy at present price and he'll store it for future purpose. That is one expectations for future prices and income. So what is called as law of demand, which is very much important in the concept of agricultural economics. Agricultural economics, it states that as prices increases, demand goes on increasing, or consumers will purchase less. If, as you can see here, as price increases, quantity demanded decreases, or price decreases, quantity demanded increases. So it shows an inverse relationship between the price and the quantity demanded here. So as price is increasing, consumers will purchase less. Okay. As prices are decreasing, consumers will purchase more. Okay. We'll see in detail with examples in next coming slides. Here is a graph which shows that, see here, this is quantity. This y-axis is the price. Okay. So here, when the price is, okay, you mentioned it as 5 and 10. Okay. So when the price is 5 rupees, you are purchasing 10 kg of potato. Okay. So when the price is 5 rupees, you are purchasing 10 kg of potato at that time. But when the price is increasing to 10 rupees, you are purchasing only 5 kgs of potato. Okay. That is the reason the law of demand is downward sloping. Okay. So next, what is the example? As I've mentioned before, the example, if the price is dropping from 1000 rupees to 600 rupees, okay, there are more number of people who will purchase the shoes. Okay. But when there is only 1000 rupees, there are less number of consumers who will purchase the commodity. Okay. So here, this is also an example. As price, you can see, as the price is decreasing, quantity demanding is increasing. You can see here, quantity demanding is increasing. Quantity here, the price of rice is only 20 rupees. Then the consumers are purchasing 30 kg of rice. When the price is 60 rupees, they are only purchasing 10 kg of rice. That means you can see here, as the price is decreasing, quantity demanded is increasing. As the price is increasing, quantity demand is decreasing. And then you have some exceptions for the law of demand. First one is Giffen goods. What is this Giffen goods? These Giffen goods are nothing but inferior goods. So, which means that when demand is increasing, the prices are also increasing. Okay, so when demand is increasing, the prices also increases. Example, you can take with respect to rice or bread. So when you take those, the price of rice is rises, but as a poor consumers, they think that they'll buy more rice, but they can't afford meat or vegetables anymore. Okay, so they think that they'll buy more rice because even the price is high, they'll buy more rice or more staple foods because they can't afford meat or any vegetables anymore. That may be the reason of Giffen goods. The next is Veblen goods, okay, or it is also called as prestigious or status goods. So these are also called as luxurious or prestigious goods. Like their demand is increasing with the price. Okay, demand is also increasing with the price. Then also consumer are purchasing these goods because they want some prestige. They want some status. Like they want iPhone to show some status or Ferrari cars. They are also called as luxury goods. Okay, so if price is high also, they'll only buy iPhone because for the prestigious issue. Okay, then you have speculative goods. The speculative goods are nothing but there are increase in prices in the future. If there are increase in prices in the future, they'll buy now itself so that they'll store it for future purpose. Okay. So example, like consumer will expect that he'll buy onions at higher prices. Okay. In future, there is increase in prices. That is why he'll buy now. After that, he'll store that large quantity of onions. After that, he'll sell it in the market. That is called as speculative goods. Okay, when you expect price of certain goods will be rising in the future, you will only buy now. And so that at the current price. Okay, so it will help you to save your money. Okay, so then you have necessity goods, whatever the prices may be. If the price is increasing, if the price is decreasing, whatever the prices may be, consumer are ready to buy the commodities. Like example, whatever like salt, rice, milk, cooking oil or flour, rice, everything. Okay, so consumers are ready to buy the commodities because of their essential needs. Okay, then you have ignorance of consumer. Consumers sometimes they doesn't have knowledge with respect to prices in the market. Okay, so they don't have knowledge about the prices in the market. They think that higher prices have better quality. Okay, as farmers, they think that costlier fertilizers will have more effect. That is the reason they'll purchase those commodities. That is, ignorance of consumers will also affect the consumer to buy those commodities. One exception for the law of demand. Exceptions for the demand. Okay. Then, what is the summary which we have learned in this lesson is, with respect to consumer, how better you can have buying decisions. Okay, how prices are affecting the spendings. Okay, how producers are having can decide the right price. Okay, how producers can have how much to produce, when to sell in the market. Not only that, it also helps the government in taking decisions with respect to taxes, subsidies, prices, and all the policies which are helping the prices to control. Okay, then you have economy. For understanding demand, how is the demand in the market, how to avoid the shortages in the market, how to avoid the surplus which is there in the market, it will help you to explain all this. So today we have understood the concept of law of demand and we have understood how this law of demand is affecting and what are some exceptions with the law of demand, like Giffen goods, Veblen goods, and all other aspects. So in this lecture, we'll have understood with respect to how is the consumer behavior, how can you forecast the risk which is there, how effectively you can use the resources with limited resources, how can you satisfy the consumer unlimited wants which are there. As you already know, human wants are unlimited. So, but you have limited resources. Wants are unlimited, never ending wants.